Yumming up the wine, see what's inside. The earth and the wind, the grapes and the vines. Yumming up the wine, see what's inside. Only one can win. It's time for Wine Fight.
Welcome in, fight fans. Tonight's matchup is guaranteed to be a Thanksgiving Throwdown with two contenders from the Pinot Noir division. It's a neighborhood battle as there are two highly rated American Pinots from the same area. Let's meet tonight's competitors. In the red corner, this wine is a mix of 87% Pinot Noir, 5% Petit Syrah, 4% Tannat, 2% Chardonnay, and 2% Tempranillo. This has a 93-point rating from the tasting panel and a 91-point rating from Wine Enthusiast magazine, standing at 750 milliliters, weighing in at 13.8% alcohol by volume, fighting out of Monterey County, California, presenting 2019 Tassajara Pinot Noir. And in the blue corner, this wine is composed of 100% Pinot Noir. This has a 90-point rating from the Sunset International Wine Competition, standing at 750 milliliters, weighing in at 14% alcohol by volume, fighting out of Monterey County, California, presenting 2018 Lohr Falcon's Perch Pinot Noir. Welcome into Wine Fight here at Wine Diplomat. My name is Eureka, and we are going to be putting the turkey throwdown for Thanksgiving. We have two amazing Pinot Noirs. I think it's going to be a nice little head-to-head matchup. So we do this for your entertainment, and if you could do one thing for us, we're about to give you the throwdown for Thanksgiving. All you got to do is hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. You just got to push it. It's right there. Click it. Do it. We got you. Thank you so much. Well, now that you're liked, now that you're subscribed to us, we are ready to give you you got your stuffing. You got your turkey. You got your yams. You got your greens. You got all that stuff ready. The one thing you need to add to that plate is a beautiful wine. And what better wine to go with all of those dressing and Thanksgiving turkey than a Pinot Noir. So what we did is we took two Pinot Noirs from California, and we're going to go head to head, the blue corner, the red corner. But first, let's listen to the rules of how this fight is going to go down. In tonight's contest, we will be scoring on 5 distinct areas of wine competition. We will be judging aroma, taste, finish, the look of the package, and if it comes down to it, the judge's personal opinion. All right, thank you, Mr. Announcer Man. We have our two competitors here. We have the Lohr. I'm ready to rock with Lohr. We've got the Tassajara. Hell, this is a newcomer to our wine fight. Let's see what they can do. Whew, there's only one way to settle this fight, and that is a head-to-head matchup. So, bottles to your corners. We are going to do this vino a vino. We've got Lohr in the blue. We've got Tassajara in the red. Let's do this. First off, we are going to look at aroma, right? We're going to look at what does it smell like. And for this, we flipped a coin beforehand. The blue corner will be assessed first. So, red corner, we're going to put you over here for a second. So this is our Lohr. We're going to dive right into the nose. Aromas are very important because a lot of the complexities, a lot of what you're going to taste comes from the aroma. All right. Ooh. So this is Monterey, California, which you might expect to be fruity, right? It's California. So it's going to be overbearing fruit. It's going to be all that. Well, not so fast, because in Monterey, it's actually nice. There's a north and a south part of Monterey. And in that northern part of Monterey, It's a nice cold climate. So while they grow Cabernet in the south, they're going to do the colder climate stuff, which Pinot Noir loves, a cold climate. And so out of this, I'm definitely getting like the floral aroma that I would expect out of like Willamette, Oregon, or maybe even Burgundy, France. This is not like cherries and chocolate and overblown additives and stuff like that. It's very light, very delicate. I mean, you're getting, I would expect with cold climate Pinot Noir that you're going to get a little bit of that cranberry or raspberry or cherries. This, though, is more blackberry. This thing is more, it's a little bit of wood, like maybe like soft oak. Okay, okay. That's, to be honest, I'm a little, I'm kind of, they caught me off guard. This was really good. Let's try the red corner then. So this is the Tassajara, which is a sustainably farmed Pinot Noir, also out of Monterey County. And now that I've smelled that, let's see. Very similar. Okay. All right. But even darker blueberries, right? It's got that little bit of wood, but it's just like cherries and blackberries. Like I'm expecting this to taste tart, not sweet, not overblown like maraschino cherries at all. This is like black cherries. Blackberry. They're very similar. They're very similar. We'll have both you guys in the ring here. Blue corner, red corner. All right, a little more floral aroma here. If I had to pick which one I'm going to pick for the point for aroma, we're going to go J-Lohr. J-Lohr in the blue corner. J-Lohr is getting our point for aroma. They're both very good, guys. Look, and this might be one of these that go down to the wire where every little point counts, and the first point is going to go to the blue corner. We'll go to our next tasting point, which is taste. So the tasting point here, we're going to do the red first. So blue in the corner, our red. Tassajara, you know what, man? I know you're down in the points, but let's see if you've got what it takes on the tongue. That's the first one. Get that. Very acidic. I mean, Pinot Noir, all wine is very acidic, but again, I always recommend you do not qualify it or give it a score or whatever until you got a little bit your tongue accustomed to that. So okay, a lot of confirmation here. We're confirming that it's deep, dark, tart, blackberry, black cherry. I don't get the cranberry that I would think I would want out of Burgundy, but it has that earthy undertone to it. This is not just cherries and chocolate and alcohol. This is very delicate and light, but in a good way. I mean, it's finesse. It's hitting me with, it's like I took a big just handful of black tart blackberries, throw them right in there. But it's not overly acidic. It's not like killing me in the back right here. It's pleasant. I'm gonna get back in here now. Yeah, I mean it's what I was looking for out of a cold climate Pinot Noir. I think this is very, very, very elegant. I think this is very, very nice. So it's going to take a lot. going to take a lot for this J-Lohr to get that point back. All right, back to your corner. Let's see what the blue corner can do. J-Lohr. Let's see if it's got what it takes. A little change, a little different acidity. Okay. This has a little higher on the when I say higher, I mean like where if I kind of think of it in like a spectrum where like dark fruit to bright red fruit, right? Very scientific, but it's just what I have in my brain, like when I'm kind of visualizing what I'm tasting. So the Tassajara has more of a like really deep dark, like I said, tart blackberries, black cherry. This, there's that raspberry, there's that red cherry coming through, but it also has that similar funk, like in a good way, that Burgundian like earthiness, this little bit of tertiary. There's some oak coming on the finish now. It's like a burnt oak wood. Like my wife's always got these candles we're burning every holidays and stuff like that, and all the holiday flavors are like there might be cinnamon or pumpkin, but there's always this woodsy aromas going through my house, and this is what this tastes like. It kind of tastes like you're chewing on a little bit in a good way. Just a little bit of that oak. It's pretty good. Again, both of these wines are they're blowing me away. These both of these wines are not what I expected. Um, I didn't know what I was getting into today. Okay. So, does the blue corner with its more cherries and cranberry able to overtake the Tassajara's dark, deep kind of blackberry flavor to it? Pretty good. Well, I would normally the deciding factor a lot of times is, would I drink this by itself, and if so, what would be the score there? But also, if I would drink this with wine, with food. So we're thinking Thanksgiving, and to me, that complexity of the Tassajara is really pushing it in the favor. The J-Lohr, I might want to do by itself, but if I've got that turkey, right? If I've got that cranberry sauce that's already got a little bit of sugar in it, if I've got all that, the contrast in this case, it is the Thanksgiving Showdown, and with that on my Thanksgiving plate, I would pick Tassajara. I would pick the red corner. It's who's going to get the point for this. Again, we're talking slight margins, guys. I like these wines a lot, but my little tiny little pushover is just that nice, very nice, dark, crisp flavor to it. So let's actually pour a little bit more. Let's get Josh some of this. You want to do Tassajara? Come on, bring it in here. The perks of the job. Come on. Come on, man. There you go, sir. It's the perks of the job. What are you going to do? Otherwise, my wife and I would just drink all this stuff. So it's good. It's responsible. Josh, you keep us responsible. I'll do a little bit more of the J-Lohr, too. All right, so our next score, we've got aroma in the blue, we've got taste in the red. We are going to go to finish. This is something I have not talked about yet on this video. The finish. This is that little part where you've sipped the wine, and now the longer that it lingers on your tongue in between the bites, right? So you've got your food, you drink your wine. How long does this last? This is a good telltale sign that this wine is made very well. So we're alternating. So we're gonna go back to the blue corner first. This is the Lohr. So I'm counting. But I'm also kind of like, I'm judging it on like how long I'm enjoying this finish, right? It isn't just, okay, how long do I taste something in the wine? It's the experience. This is the thing that separates wine from any other beverage, is that it's the sensory, and it keeps going. This thing is still here, man. So that if I'm discussing things, if we're at the table, right, or if I'm like I said, in between the bites, right, or if I'm unfortunately we get our family and we're sitting here, this finish is still here, guys. We're discussing, unfortunately, maybe politics or religion or whatever, the things we don't want to talk about with our families. Now it's starting to fade. So if I'm gonna have to be sitting at my table with my family, I want it to be enjoyable. So I want this finish to linger. All right, starting to thin out. It's a very good finish. So it does change. So when it hits you first on your tongue, you immediately get that bright cherries, raspberry. Then there's a little bit of mocha as the finish kind of evolves. You get that little bit of dark chocolate. But then that wood really shows up, and so you get that kind of oaky finish, and then it kind of burns. And so now, even right now, I would kind of want to be digging into the food, because now it's starting to thin out. Okay, there is this little bit as we get into like the 20-30 second mark, kind of thins out. Let's head to the red corner. Let's see if that deep, dark, blackberry is gonna hold up over time. Man, it just punches you with that nice, deep, dark blackberry. So we're chilling, and like I said, this really does like just cry out for pairing it with that food that we're eating at Thanksgiving, whether it's ham, turkey, tofu, like marinated mushrooms. Like if you get that protein, that umami flavor from whatever protein you're going into, this thing is giving me that tartness, and it's still lingering. And in fact, the finish still lingers. Like I just put it in here. It's still going. It's evolving, but there's a little bit of wood. I don't get the mocha that we got with the Lohr, but that burnt oak is coming through. It's continuing. It's not fading away. Again, very tight. Like, very tight, very tight. Let's get the blue corner back in here. Guys, you had consistency, red corner. You had consistency the whole time. Blue, you started off strong. You lasted a long time. But that lingering thing at the end of it, while not completely unpleasant, it's going to knock you down a point. Red, Tassajara, you are getting the point and the lead now because you are taking the finish. So, very tough race though. Very tough fight. Both these guys have what it takes. We have finesse. We've been working it, but the red corner has been taking the last two rounds. Let's get out of the glass. And our next point will be solely, we've used our smell, we've used our taste. Let's use our eyes now. Let's bring the bottles in here. Because this round is all about the look, of the package. And I know what you're thinking. That has nothing to do with what it tastes like. However, here's the thing. You're in the wine store. You don't know what you're going to pick. You've got all the wine guy might tell you, oh, this is good, that's good. But at the end of the day, we do judge books by their covers. So that's exactly what we are going to do. Let's judge these wines by their covers. Tassajara, you've got 2 straight points. I'm going to let Lohr start this thing off. I think we're going to use a referee's discretion here. So let's get into this. Josh, I'm going to be in this right here. So here's Lohr. Pretty simple. Lohr just across the board. All of their wines, whether they are the Cabernet, the Chardonnay, they all have this very similar style, which I love. I think that for this brand, the uniformity really works. So this is Lohr out of, again, we're talking Monterey County, Pinot Noir, but all these have these little crests. So this is Falcon's Perch, where like on this channel, we will be discussing the Lohr 7 Oaks Cabernet, but this here, Falcon's Perch Pinot Noir, I think it's very clean. Whether your mileage might vary, whether you like this very simple design, but it isn't trying to be over the top with a flying falcon or a like some crazy artwork on here. It just tells you where it is. Lohr, which is a well-respected company in this business, just tells you where it comes from, and then family owned since 1974. On the back, a lot of text. We got a wall of text here, and this is maybe where I'm knocking them a couple points. But on the back here, it just kind of says that, they have passion for winemaking. This is where it's grown. A little bit of what it should look like, what it should taste like, which I do dig. Okay, it might be a wall of text on the back, but it isn't just some buzzwords and copy. This is telling you, no, this is going to taste like, well, let's see if I agree. It says bright garnet in color, soft on the palate, strawberry, and a bouquet of spicy vanilla oak, and even has a little food pairing. So we've got tasting notes, we've got food pairings. This is looking pretty cool. This is looking pretty good for Lohr. Let's, though, hop into the red corner. So, Tassajara, I've been saying it the entire time wrong here. Tassajara Pinot Noir out of Monterey, California. Completely different, guys. This is just very understated, right? We're looking at this. It has this nice, just floral bouquet here. And maybe they're trying to invoke that. Maybe they're trying to tell you what this is going to have, that floral aroma that I was picking up, right? And it just literally has the name, the varietal, and where it comes from. Pretty simple, guys. On the back, again, really simple. Simplicity is what they go with. They do point out that it is sustainably farmed, and it just has, it literally just has one sentence. Tassajara is food-friendly and sustainably grown Pinot Noir with black cherry flavors and smooth, silky finish. That's it. They are short, they are sweet, they are to the point. So not a lot on the front, not a lot on the back. It's mysterious. It's just hits you. It just shows up and tells you no small talk. It's like we are here to get down to business. It's like you're on a blind date and they're like, this is what I'm looking for. So there's a quality of simplicity in that. So Lohr tried to kind of simple in the front, but they were overwhelmingly informative on the back. Tassajara, simple in the front, simple in the back. I'm looking at both of these. If it's again really tough, but to be fair, if I'd never heard of Tassajara, that mysteriousness might point me away. I might be looking for
the little shelf talker to tell me more about this wine. Lohr, they give me a lot of the notes that I want. If I'm got the front, it's home. It's what I'm used to with Lohr as a respectable company. And on the back, while they might have a little too much text, it gets to the point and it really sells me on this wine. So I am going to give the point to Lohr. We are going to give the Blue Corner this point. I mean, as much as I love Tassajara, this is more like I kind of have to be in on this one. I kind of have to already know what I'm going through for this to really hit me. Lohr, it's selling me. It's bringing me in. If I have no idea what these wines taste like, well, I have a little bit more of an idea after doing this. So it comes down to this. Bottles in their corners, juice in the glass. Guys, it all comes down to this. We've gone through aroma. We've gone through taste. We've gone through finish. We've even gone through what they look like. It just comes down to which one I like a little bit more. I'm going to give Lohr the first shot at my personal opinion. Still smells great. Still tastes great. That little bit of light flavor, man. We're talking the tiniest hair difference here. All you guys, and the guys in the back, you guys picked two really good wines. I was not prepared. I was not prepared for this. Tassajara gets the next crack. Elegant, but decadent, deep, dark, bold. We'll get you. Here's the red corner. I'm gonna put this in this camera here. This is blue corner. Guys, I'm stalling for time because I really don't know what to make a decision on. My little baby beeps. We call her the sheep. I love her so much. Guys. I've made my decision, but I'm going to let the announcer let you know who is winning by split decision. Mr. Announcer Guy, I've handed you the note with my mind. You sound very nice. Why don't you let the people know who is winning this episode of Wine Fight?
It has come to a judge's decision, and our judge has scored the fight. Palate and finish to the red corner. Aroma and looks to the blue corner. And after judge's personal opinion, your winner by split decision, Lohr Falcon's Perch Pinot Noir.
That's right. Our winner and our champion. I'm so sorry, guys. It was close. It was really, really, really close. But your winner, if you can let me put the belt on the champ, our winner for this wine fight is Lohr. Whew! I mean, it started strong with the aroma. It gave up the middle rounds of taste and finish, but it has a really nice package. And my personal opinion is that, look, smell is a lot of what is about taste. The palate, it was very, very, very close. The looks of the package to get it into my cart means a lot to me. and just really this whole total package means that this is the champion. This is the belt holder for this episode of Wine Fight. So J-Lohr, man, you smell so good, you taste so good. Now you look so good because you are wearing gold, my friends. Well, guys, J-Lohr might have the belt on the glass, but you are the true champion. Thank you so much for hanging out with us at Wine Fight. If there's one thing that we can ask from you, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That way you can have our content as soon as it drops every single episode. You will get notified. Just click that bell and you will get everything you want immediately. So from all of us, for myself, for Josh, for my wife Jennifer, from little baby Valtteri, all of us here at the Wine Diplomat, we raise a glass and cheers to you, say thank you, and we'll see you next episode.
Started showing like fuck.